To introduce our next speaker of the day, we now request Mr. E. Selvan, Council Member, Southern Region, IIF, to introduce Mr. Rajan Ramanathan, ex-mentor and senior national expert, ACMA, UNIDO, DHI project to our audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Foundrymen. At the outset, I would like to thank IIF Chennai chapter for giving me the opportunity to introduce Mr. Rajan Ramanathan, expert in automotive manufacturing, ex-mentor and senior national expert, ACMA, UNIDO and DHI project. He is a qualified mechanical engineer from Madras University, postgraduate diploma in business management, IMDR and Tata Motors custom build program. He has 41 years experience in 3 auto OEMs, Ashok Leyland, Tata Motors, Mercedes-Benz, white good MNCs, Whirlpool and US MNC Taiwan, Bergwarner, Germany, MNC Friedmeier, Madras, R&D exposure in Automotive Research Association, Pune. 9 years experience as mentor, counselor and consultant. Started career as graduate engineer trainee and reached the level of Chief Operating Officer. Aggregates and manufacturing process handle. Gearbox, engines, trim and vehicle assembly, testing of aggregates, high-tech paint shop, heat treatment, sheet metal complete processing, steering and differential components. He has widely traveled to 34 countries, Japan, USA, Germany, UK, Taiwan, Singapore on various business missions. His mentor and counselor role in ACMA UNIDO as senior national expert for 8 years, handled 26 vendor development clusters in southern region with 208 MSME, Tier 1, 2 and 3 companies with a team of 9 counselors. Motivated to get 700 plus applications for ACMA award and 150 gold, silver, bronze medals won by cluster companies. Sent 23 MDs and CEOs of clusters for international benchmark company, visited Japan, Germany and UK. Jury in ACMA SR competitions, regular jury in all MRMs of cluster program, INEL, QC story competition, Lucas TVS, DOE competitions. 31 activity, industrial institutes interaction through guest faculty to engineering colleges and presented papers in seminar, virtual webinars, placement and career guidance. Written 2 books. The first book about new products and processes introduced by Whirlpool for India specific products. Second book about adapting to MNC work culture. He can be contacted, he is a resident of Chennai and be contacted on 90430 73233. Thank you. I now request Mr. Ramanathan.
Good morning and welcome to the presentation. Hope I am audible to you, sir. The last row? Okay. Welcome to the presentation on 3 R's, resilience and rejuvenation to research by 2R, it is Rajan Ramanathan. So 3R by 2R on the 72nd National Foundry Day celebration. I am happy to take part in this Foundry Day celebration. In fact, I am lucky enough. Now, next slide. I always start any meeting with a positive note, with a positive slogan, Vaalga Valamudan. I wish all of you well for your well-being. This is my profile as already stated. I want to take a big salute to our nation celebrating the 75th year of independence. We are very proud to be an Indian. We are celebrating 75th year. And big salute to the United India Foundrymen celebrating 72nd Foundry Day today. I'm happy to be part of this celebration. And the theme 3R chosen by is very apt for this occasion. Congrats to organizers for selecting the 3 R's, resilience, rejuvenation, and research. The context of discussing 3 R's, already some of the speakers have covered this one, 3 R's, on the foundry business. The current status of the challenges what we are facing. COVID-19 has given a lot of good things and bad things. Bad thing is the business came to a grinding halt. And when recovery started, every sudden boom was started. Everybody started demanding. The foundry industry could not cope up. The foundry industry is the mother industry. So it is catering to all the requirements of almost all the industries. But they found it difficult to meet the sudden demand pickup. And fast growth in electric vehicles adoption. Still for India, that Mr. Rahul Kajura also told, the adapting to the electric vehicles is a big challenge, because in India, 70% of the import is coming from, energy import is coming from being imported. And coal industries again is a polluting industry. So we are depending more on coal for the electric vehicle charging. So the upcoming of electrical vehicles in India will be delayed further. It will not be happen immediately. It will take a long time, because until we find another alternate solution for the energy for charging the electrical vehicles. Okay. And GST tariffs have changed, because some of the components have been brought into the GST scope, which were not earlier there, and that have been included in the new GST. And some of the tariffs have been changed, percentage from 5% to 8%, 8% to 18%. It has happened to them. And global warming, people are talking about the carbon emission and all the carbon footprint and all. All those things are giving a lot of pressure on the foundry industries. What is going to happen in the future? Big question mark is there in everybody's mind. And sustainable growth. The growth goes on highly fluctuating. The compound annual growth rate, some of the companies showing the marketing trend. Again, it is fluctuating, it goes ups and downs. Like that now, sustainable growth is still a challenge. We do not have a clear roadmap or path how this is going to happen. A lot of uncertainties are there. That is why the 3 R's has chosen as the right theme for this session today. Understanding the theme of 72nd National Foundry Day, the resilient is like a தடைகளை தாண்டி முன்னேறுதல், like a hurdle match, 100 meters hurdle, 200 meters hurdle. We have to go on jumping on the hurdles. That is the only way to come out of that is the quality of resilience. Human beings by nature, we have got a capability to overcome the resilience. So we have to make use of that. I think the first session was done by a doctor, neurologist. Inborn quality we have got, resilience, to overcome the hurdles. So we have to make use of our own inborn capabilities to overcome the resilience. In the business also, rejuvenation is restoration of youthfulness. புத்துணர்ச்சி, தமிழில் சொல்றதுன்னா புத்துணர்ச்சி பெறுதல். Research, it is like a seed in the dead form. It is coming to sprouting and germination. To that stage we have to come. The combination of resilient and rejuvenate to research, தடைகளை தாண்டி புத்துயிர் பெற்று மீண்டும் எழுதுதல், அது ultimate combined meaning of all these 3 R's. Then let us understand the basics well. What is the meaning of resilience? All of us heard about that phoenix bird. It is an imaginary bird. I hope even now also it is trying to reach the sun and falling bird. Continuously it is trying to come out of the reborn, try again to reach the sun, gets burnt, again falls down, get into ashes, again rebirth. Like that, this is the best example for resilience. Don't give up. Give the tough fight for any issues. Another one, examples of rejuvenation. Every stage, before and after, people have to beautify. The beauty, the external beauty gives that strength to us, so that the strength will improve our body health as well as mental health, body health and mental health. So we have to look young. I am 73 years ago. I am also making, many of our people are here, they are making the dye for the hair. So they want to look young. So rejuvenation gives the strength for the people. That strength helps our health as well as mental health, physical health, mental health. So we have to look young. Example for research. That is the seed is in the dead stage. When it starts sprouting, that goes step by step. So it starts from here. So step by step it will start growing. So these are we have to understand why I have shown the 3 pictures. The basics we have to understand better. More that basic, basics understood now, beyond that we can build up any idea. Then the stakeholders in Foundry business, that the ecosystem of Foundry is the suppliers, tier 1 and tier 2 level, then the customer, employees, and government and financial agencies. Any change you want to bring, the ecosystem should understand well and they have to cooperate. Otherwise, the chain will break. Any chain breaks, that's a burden for other people in the system. So one is if a company, one of the partner, the ecosystem partner, is involving in highly non-value added activities that will have an impact on the other partners. Ultimately, the product will end up with a more non-value added activities. So the business ecosystem is very important. Out of 4, how each one is adapting. The status of supplier to handle 3 R's. Let me give 4 partners are there. In the ecosystem, 4 partners are there to start major partners. I'll take only 2. One is the supplier I'll take, another one is the employees I'll take. How the resilience being handled by the suppliers. I want to do it on a yesterday, today, tomorrow basis. What has happened yesterday, what we are doing, what we are going today, what we have expected out of us tomorrow. In the foundry industry, when the COVID has come or whenever the recession happens, there is a shock. They do not know how to proceed further. First reaction is a shock. They get do not know what to do next. Then there is a first stage, that is yesterday stage. Today's stage, they are looking for a survival. How to live today. How to serve. The future, they have to work upon sustenance. This is what my perception about the foundry industry. They have to look for sustenance now. Now today they are surviving, just living. Now you have to think for surviving for a long time, longer period. And rejuvenation is very slow. The foundry companies think we are okay. Business nalla point irukku. No need to look young. Foundry industry is a lousy industry. How to make it as a lovely industry that people have to work for it. So the rejuvenation, the facelift, they are not happening in the foundry industry. I've seen some of the foundries in Western countries. They look like a software company. The office as well as the shop floor, the aisles and all, the walkways and all, looks really like a software company. So it is possible. It is a mindset. We think that foundry will look like that only. Very, very sandy. A lot of dust will be there. Lesser light will be there, like that. So we have to overcome that mindset. And now what is happening? That was slow rejuvenation was in the past. Today what is happening? Adapting to new normal. COVID has given a lot of teachings. How to react to suddenly to a new situation. So now that foundry industry is adapting to new normals. How to overcome it. They have got the ability, capability they have built up. So to any adverse situation, how to make it a good situation. So they are learning that in that process. And another future, what I suggest, virtual and digital communications happened during the corona period. We have done, all has become virtual communication experts. We had a lot of Google Meets and people have started virtual media we have utilized. And people are talking about the Internet of Things, Industry 4.0. So there's a lot of scope for the foundry being the mother industry, that basic industry adapted to new changes happening around the world. Being a man worked in automobile OEMs, the way the automobile industry works, it's much faster. Things happen like yesterday. The demand is, I want this item only yesterday, not today. Like yesterday. That is the demand, scope of demand. So in that one, Internet of Things, Industry 4.0 happens very, very fast, very quickly. The technology today is obsolete tomorrow. That's the scenario in automobile OEMs. So like that, I want the foundry industry, why should be left over? The foundry industry also to catch up along with others. So the people have to adopt. In that one, 3 I's, industry, institute, interaction. There are a lot of engineering colleges, they are doing a good job in Internet of Things. But they got theoretical knowledge only. They do not know how to do what to do in the shop floor. If you interact with them now, they will come and help to solve your problem. You tell that problem, I got a problem doing, I want to automate this machine. I want to machine this machine to speak to the other machine. You tell them now, they will tell the ways how to do it to them. So research will happen. What happened in the foundry industry, research, instead of research, they were content. Nalla point irudhu, OEMs are doing well, automobile industry going, annual growth rate is going around 8%, 10% is going. Okay, இது போதும்னு விட்டுருக்காங்க அது content, status quo இருந்தாலே போதும். Now the situation, that is before COVID. Now you have to do or die. Because a lot of challenges are coming. We have seen what are the challenges. The Ukraine war is there, that GST is there, and a lot of challenges. Electric vehicles are coming. It's a do or die situation. You have also to be aligned with what is happening around the world, what the technology improvement. You have to cope up and you have to walk faster along with them. Then only it's a do or die situation. And what I suggest, new avenues, that quantum jump type of technology to be adopted in the foundry industry. The foundry industry should not be left alone in the growth area. This customer, I'm skipping it because same type of resilience region, how the customer is going to handle. Because the ecosystem, all should have the balance should be there in the supply chain. And how the employees should handle it, because some of the speakers talked about the skill gap. This really is a big challenge, the skill gap. That is why UNIDO and ACMA, they are doing a lot of work for how to improve the skill of the people, skill of the shop floor people, skill of the middle management. That is also, there is a big gap is there. How to improve? I am telling about the employees, the resilience before COVID or even earlier also. The foundry industry, it was a punch and lunch. The operator thinks now when he comes there, he will punch, he will get the lunch. But he is assured. That much he is happy. Now they are feeling the heat to upgrade. If they do not have the knowledge, if they do not have the skill set, they will be thrown out of this job. They will become the operator will become a helper, or he will not be required at all. So he is feeling the heat. He has to upgrade. He has to get higher skills. The companies like OEMs, they continuously upgrade in the same scale level. If he is a fitter 4-5 levels are there. Then he has gone the cross versatility is there. So that type of opportunity happens in a company like Tata Motors and all. Those type of things have to try here also. And now the operators are become representatives. Whenever there is a customer complaint is coming, the operators are sent to their place to understand what is the problem, go and solve the problem. Some field complaints are there, the operator level people are sent there to see what the public is telling, what the ultimate user is feeling about our product to them. They are going. And some of the quality circle competitions, the operators are going. And some of the various competitions are happening, quality circle competition, like that. They go as a representative. They go and see what is happening around how the other companies are doing. Your own foundry level companies, how they are doing. What the automotive industry, tier 1 companies, how they are doing. What the OEM level people are doing. People are being sent first as an observer. They go and see what is happening around there when they make the presentation in the competitions. And rejuvenation, what happens with the employee in the foundry industry? Non-involvement. Company varam poram thoda seriya pochu. Punch lunch mudije niki jayara happy. Salary vandichu pochu. Adukathu now they start realizing self-awareness coming now, presently. They are very conscious about the safety, they are conscious about the health, and also about the environment. Because our COVID-19 has taught a lot of precautions about the environment, how to do non-touchability, not to touch this one, that thing like that. It has given a lot of learnings. Now, the operators are becoming contributors. They give a suggestion scheme, and Kaizen activities, they participate a lot. They give a lot of value-added suggestions. Very phenomenal, because I come across the suggestions given by some of the operators who are day in, day out, they are handling that product and process. The crores of rupees savings have come through their suggestion scheme. That is why OEMs very actively implement suggestion scheme in their factories. Next one, research. What the employee in a foundry, what he thinks about the research. They think in the past, the management will take care of everything. Whether the business is going on, whether the competition is happening, new technology, the management is there. They will take care of everything. We need not do anything. That was the attitude. Now, most of the companies, the automobile companies, tier 1 companies, DW, daily works management is in the forefront. The operators have to discuss the day in, day out quality problem, quantity problem, as well as some of the safety issues and all. The baton is given to them. You handle. Previously, supervisor and engineers were handling that type of DW. Now, the baton is given to the operator. You handle the day-to-day problem. You solve the problem. Don't think that I'm not involved. You are left alone. You are also one of the, in the companies working, you are also part of this activity, organization. You get involved. Now, next level stage, how the resurgence is going to happen at the operator level, they are going to be the working partners. and they are going to be the ambassadors. They are going to represent the company in the competition, or even if they go for some exhibition, they are going to act as an ambassadors. If they make a presentation, if they participate in a seminar or in a competition, they are going as the competition as an ambassador of that company. They represent the company, the good and bad, the goods of the company, what they are doing, creating an image about the company. Say they are going to be the future ambassadors. So at the operator level, these type of developments are happening. If that is so, what about the engineers and managers? They have to equip themselves multiple ways, multiple level, triple X time, 5 times X, 10 times X. The demand on the supervisor middle level and the manager level is very phenomenal. We have to perform much. The operators are getting more and more upgraded. So the supervisors, middle management should not get left over. This financial, this I'll skip it. 2 cases we have seen. We have seen that the supplier as well as the operators level. Out of 4 different. Now we have to create a cost visibility in the shop floor. Cost visibility and what is the control mechanism in the shop floor across the organization. The knowledge of cost per kg of casting to be known to all in the plant. Like how many of you display this type of cost? The material cost per kg, labor cost per kg, energy cost per kg, compressed air. Are you displaying that type of information? Any of the companies here? Good, I'm happy about it. Okay. When I was working in Tata Motors some 15 years back, 20 years back also, I handled the engine assembly, engine manufacturing, engine block, cylinder head, gearbox assembly. In every shop, whatever the product I handled, the engine block, for making one engine block, what is the material cost? Big pie chart will be there. It will display it in the shop floor. What is the material cost? What is the energy cost? What is the labor cost? What much of compressed air? How much compressed air in terms of cost rupees going to make one engine block for making one gearbox? And similarly, for how much of water being used for making one engine block? What in terms of cost of water used for making one engine block? The pie charts will show on the shop floor. And also daily DWM, the top 3 cost items. As per the Pareto, 3 items are there. Top most 3 cost items. That is being captured. If anything goes abnormally, that is being discussed at 3 levels of DWM. One is the DWM at the operator level, or the DWM at the supervisor level, or the DWM at the top level. 3 types of DWM happens in the very big companies, like OEM type of companies. So at least you start DWM at the operator level first and the supervisor level. If it is not, are you doing DWM? Any of the companies here? Good, happy about it. Thank you. And inventory control, because inventory carrying cost is the highest, big ticket item. Around 70 to 80% of the cost goes in our product, it goes to material cost. If you concentrate only that big ticket item, inventory alone, if you do the practice of the ABC analysis, you have to do by systematic, not by hunch feeling. If you do the ABC analysis, you can control the inventory. If you do the inventory turn ratio, you can control the inventory. First in, first out. Shelf life monitoring. I tell one shelf life, why I am telling about the shelf life, how it is giving a cost boost, increasing the cost. When I was working in the paint shop in Tata Motors, we were keeping that good paints and as well as the shelf life expired paints were kept there. The shift change time, one of the contract person came there. He has interchanged that the paint kept for disposal. He has uploaded the paint kitchen. The paint kitchen is a big tank. For a particular one day requirement of the paint will be loaded in the tank, over a tank, everything. That will supply to all the painting, automatic painting, paint robots are there. Yes, loaded. In that, what has happened, all the 3 shifts they used the expired paint, life expired paint. The number of cars painted, nearly 300, 400 cars were painted on that particular day, all were become useless. Because people do not understand what they expired. That is adding the cost of the operation. The profitability, bottom line comes down. The cost conscious is not there. Because if the person has taken the in charge of the shop, has taken proper care, once he has identified his metal to be disposed, he has to stand there, got it disposed, and should not leave in between. Another variation is coming in between. Some other person come, I will handle this type of thing. So, each and every one, even shelf I also contribute to that cost resilience will value addition. KPI awareness, that oxygen parameters, that is called quality cost delivery is called oxygen parameter in the industry. Quality goes without saying. If the quality is not there, we are not in the business. So we'll be out of business. Cost, how the cost consciousness, because cost is for the individuals, for the companies in the tier 2 companies. For your survival, you have to maintain your cost. The customer is not going to support beyond a point. You will give the reasonable price. Beyond that, for your survival, for your profitability, you have to create cost consciousness. You have to bring down your cost, eliminating the waste. You have to grow. And delivery, of course, if the delivery is not there, if you do not supply the quantity that within 1 or 2 days, they will be thrown out in the blacklisted. When I used to be in the OEMs, the supplies are not coming. 1 or 2 days, assembly stoppage will be tolerated. Third day, if the same person continues, I'll be the first person to go and tell this blacklisted supplier. Get another supplier immediately from today or tomorrow onwards. I'll tell the purchase department. That is because the line is demanding. Every day our corporate office is monitoring how much vehicle you have, what is the value of output made in so many crores of rupees. That man in the final assembly area is answerable to our corporate office, not even the vice president or the director. The man who is handling that line is answerable. To that, that responsibility is divided and apportioned to the person level. And another thing, cost, what is the current, you have to set a target for the cost, for material cost. Per kg, what is the cost? You have to set a target. By comparing with the benchmarking, similar type of industry, similar type of company which is operating the same level of foundry industry, you set the target. Who is doing the best? Luckily, you have got a foundry organization running for 72 years. The best performance, the key results will be available. What is the target? You fix the target. What is the actual? And how to improve the actual to a target level. You have to continuously work through this one. And we have to use the practice. A lot of troubleshooting tools are available to control the cost, like PDCA. PDCA is the simplest tool available. Simplest tool, but it gives a good effect. Even my active life, that PDCA, that they call the Deming cycle. It gives a simple tool, but very good results. And YY analysis, Pareto, SPC chart, 5W1H, value added, non-value added, VAVE, value engineering and all, etc. These are the troubleshooting tools can be used for this one. And special cost saving suggestion scheme. I told you, the OEM companies suggestion scheme is that best cost saving forum being well utilized by this one. Crores of rupees have been saved. For a separate vertical is there, a department is there for the suggestion scheme in most of the companies. They nurture, that encourage that suggestion scheme, and a lot of cost saving potential is there. And you try this one. How many of the companies here implement the suggestion scheme actively? But not by namesake, some postbox should not be there. Actively. How many companies? Oh, there is a big scope is there. So you can start a suggestion box scheme today itself. Okay. And CFTs are there, cross-functional teams from various streams, from manufacturing engineering department, production department, quality, the purchase department people, they can form a cross-functional team. But a time bound, 1 or 2 months time only. During that time, they have to show some result. They have to achieve the target versus actual. They have to achieve that CFTs have to perform. They have to show the result, the domain experts. And cost benchmarking, I told, because being a forum, many of your members would have visited foreign countries, would have traveled, seen other foundries abroad. What is the system they are following? You do the benchmarking in terms of productivity, in terms of quality performance. Foundry still in the quality performance is done in percentage. Whereas the people have gone to the PPM level. So still is lagging behind. Why that foundry is left alone? Why not you also catch up with the PPM level? Next, lean manufacturing. Hope you would have learned that name, lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing. Any of you practicing? Lean manufacturing. This is being followed in all the automobile companies. Because why I am telling repeatedly automobile companies, that is the fastest moving business segment. Anything happens very fast. The results are to be shown immediately. Do or die type of situation. And many of the lean manufacturing tools were tried. I myself have tried some 15 years back. Have been experimented, proved. I have tasted success and enjoyed the benefits. So lean manufacturing tools are worth trying everywhere. And if it works elsewhere, why not in your companies? Try this lean manufacturing tool for the, your cost resilience will be taken care of. If you are already practicing, it's congrats. If not, today itself, I repeat, start today itself that lean manufacturing practices. Lot of experts are available, lean manufacturing experts. You please engage them. Definitely cost saving will be. That knowledge is not available free. You have to engage people. You have to spend on my development activities. Then only you will see the growth. You see the bottom line growth will happen. Top line, bottom line growth will happen. So you have to invest for that one. I recommend 2 books very strongly for your library in the company. Excellence in Manufacturing and Made in India for Make in India. These 2 books are the best. Any manufacturing person should buy this book and keep it in a library. Create a small library in your company. Ask the people reading habit. I request you to start a small library, the HR department under their management. That Made in India and Make in India is the Indian production system. I hope that most of you would have heard about the Toyota production system, TPS, Toyota production system. But Toyota production system is not 100% successful in India. It is only people have tried up to 70%, 80% only. Beyond that is not. Because it's a cultural backlash is there. Toyota production system is made for Japanese culture. But Indian culture is different to them. For example, the machine is, we are importing a lot of machines. The machines made, many of the machines are made for Western country temperature condition, Western country operating conditions. It is not suitable for Indian condition. So we have to do a lot of sacrifice. The machine consumes huge power. I mean, you require a huge foundation. Those type of things are happening. So the Indian production system is the best for Indian manufacturing companies. I strongly recommend this book. Next one is the responsibility chart. This is also lean manufacturing tool. In the companies, what I have seen, there is a firefighting mode in the morning. The customer quantity is not met, quality is not met. So everybody is running after it. Total confusion. People will be running around this one. Mostly it happens. The engineer is not doing engineer's job, manager is not doing a manager's job. They are coming to 1 level, 2 level, down the level. They do the product chasing person. So they are not doing that level of the job. Engineer is not doing engineer's job. Manager is not doing a managerial job. With the result, the product quality, quantity, in the long run gets affected. So this is a chart is there that shows what is the responsibility of the operator, what is the supervisor. The people have to concentrate more on this improvement management. They have to do daily work also. The operators have to take care of the daily management. That is why I told the baton to be given to the operator. And the top level management, top management should do the breakthrough management. They have to through what is the new technology, new machine, new additional factory coming. Those type of things they have to spend. They have to spend only 10% of the time only for day-to-day management. Now with the digitization, everything is available on the desktop. What is the delivery yesterday, what is the quality from, everything is the CEO or MD of the company should see the bird's eye view only. Where things are not going, he need not go to the shop floor and tell the concerned boss of the particular section, what is going wrong, please come and meet me. You need not go and tell them, because you have got many things to do for a better job. This is a SWOT analysis, a very best tool for the management to them, strength, weakness and opportunity and threat to them. This tool is being used in many of the companies for improving that performance. I suggest this is also one of the lean manufacturing tool. Please use, find out the strength of the company, your company, and weakness of the company. What is the opportunity available, what is the threat available. And another is the visible hidden costs and management. What we are seeing is that this is the visible costs, a lot of hidden costs are there. So the more number of items are the hidden costs. Only the tip of the iceberg is seen. This is the product cost breakup. This is a lean manufacturing tool. What is in the blue, around 60 to 70% is the material cost. So major chunk is going for the material. But whereas we are concentrating more on the productivity and quality, but equal concentration, equal attention is required for this material cost also. The conversion cost is around 25% in the foundry industry, around 20 to 25%. If the material cost is growing, it squeezes the other area. Your conversion cost, you are under burden to that. You have to take a lot of shortcuts. Your profitability, your margin is getting reduced. This is a hidden tool. 8 wastages are there. Industry, all the experts have studied. There are 8 type of wastages happening in the industry. If the wastages are taken care of, minimized, that will improve your resilience in cost variations. Cost can be under control if you take care of this, that 8 wastages. Now, it's a very interesting chart. In a very activity, what we are doing, only 5% of the activity, only value added activity. 95% is a non-value added activity. Very mind-boggling, very challenging chart. So for this one, you can form a team. Even if it's a small company, you earmark one person. How to improve how to convert that non-value added activity to value added activity? Because the profit, the formula is value added activity, non-value added activity. Now what is happening? The price is profit plus waste. Non-value added activity we are charging now. The customer will not pay, no longer will not pay for the non-value added activity. Now, the cost consciousness is coming for the customer and more. Because the competition happening in the OEM level. They are becoming more and more stringent. Because I have done that part of the costing also when I was in the OEM. So they are telling, when we go to the factory, we say, why you are doing the non-value added activity? We are not going to pay for that one. You are doing the over-fiddling, your dies are not okay, your casting mold is not okay, why I should pay more? For rejection, why should I pay more? They give the reasonable tolerance for your rejections. This is the TIM mode is one of the abbreviation form of the 8 type of wastage happening. This is a very important. TIM is that one is the transport. T stands for transport. I stands for inventory. M stands for motion. For loading a machine or handling a casting like that, this type of motion. Some places the man will go there and bring the item and load it on the machine, take it there or some other place or go behind the machine. Unnecessary movements. I think you would have heard this term, TIM mode. What are the 8 wastages? You would have heard that. And W is for the waiting for that. People will be waiting for that next load from the machine, waiting for instruction, and waiting for the machine to get after repair. And O is that overproduction, overprocessing that because your process is not giving a good result, you are doing the overprocessing. Grinding, you will be the grinding operation will be done, super finishing operation will be done, unnecessary operations will be done. D for delivery, S for that skill. The people are talking about the skill. Skill doesn't come overnight. You have to invest the money, invest time. Your own company people can do the training of your own operators. Then get the external faculty to improve the tools. If you take care of the people, people will take care of you. Gone are the days. Punch and lunch days are gone. People are ready to contribute. But make use of them. Gems are available in your own factory. I hope I'm within the time. Sir? Okay. What is happening? Just I'll tell one small example. The people working in the Hyundai factory, they were staying in near my place. The other person was working in the Varadam factory. The both are from the same native place, same ITA they studied. One man was working in Hyundai. He worked in the assembly line. He had the opportunity to go to Korea. The new product was being launched. And he has gone for a competition in the Korea. That man. Whereas the other person, Korean, that working in the Varadam small factory, he doesn't involve. And we have got we are living in a area housing society. The Hyundai man used to talk very boldly, very confidently, because the amount of training inputs, the amount of confidence he is getting from the factory, that gives him confidence in the private life also. The other man is a bit shy, is always withdrawn. So that type of things, they train the people. The same person, same capability. One man is shining because of the inputs. The company takes care of him for the development. If you develop your people also, same opportunity, they will also flourish. They will also shine. The take-home points, start believing in ourselves. We can do it. We think that you are born to change and born to win. When I was in the, sorry to tell repeatedly, when I was in Tata Motors, one of the motivational training was there. One lady professor came from one, and lady Tata Administrative Service. Like IAS, no? Tata, TAS is there in the Tata group. They train the similar, they are the super brains, more than IIT, MBS. Very selective people are there. They are called Tata administration. In those faculty, she came. She talked about that. You simply told, born to win. You make a paper in the daily. You see that paper. That motivates you. That charges you. I got charged because of that statement. Just born to win. I made a morning after getting from the sleep. I used to see the one. It gives me some rejuvenation. It's some charge. Why don't you try? It's tried. Given a better result for me. You try this one. We are all young people. Try this one. From hard working to smart working, that people have to change that. People have to daily, out of 8 hours working now, at least 1 hour you spend for that, from the routine work you withdraw. Do something different, something new. What are the problems facing you to your delivery, your quality problem? You take that one, how you can help that problem. You take one step backward. You think as an outsider, why the quality problem is coming, why the quantity is not coming. If you are in the system now, you will be running around the circles, firefighting mode. You have to come out of that mode and think how I can do it as a manager, as an engineer, what I can do. And in the most of the automobile companies, that a single piece flow is there. Right from the starting point, there will be a forging or be casting as a bar material. That will be the starting point. The single piece, the common, the high volume items will go in the single piece. All the operations, loading is the first operation to the last operation. Finally, the finished operation, that will be packing will be done, or it will go to the final assembly. That type of thing will happen. The same thing happens in the foundry also. Foundry also becomes a part of this single piece flow. Getting the ore, making the castings, what is it, fettling and all, then goes to the first operation. If that happens now, I assure 30% material saving can be done. It is phenomenal. It is going to happen one day. Foundry also will become the part of the single piece flow line. That is going to be the future dream. Mr. Raju was telling about the future dream. That is going to happen. The foundry will also form out the part of the single piece flow line. That will reduce the material cost by 30%. Your ore will come in the powder form, and the casting will be done the same line, fettling and curing. Then we'll go to the first operation, facing, centering, turning operation, grinding, all the final assembly operation. If it comes there in the single piece flow, we will achieve that middle targets. And another thing, that 5 years and all, just I tell you, the 5 years, the people think that is a housekeeping activity. It's not housekeeping. It's one of the very highly value-adding process. It is not a cleaning process, shopkeeping and this one process. Simple thing, what I tell, in the purse we are having, we'll be having a lot of unwanted items. Just I request all of you to try this item today itself. You will be keeping a lot of unwanted items. On daily basis, you start removing. What is wanted, only you keep it there. Unwanted items, a lot of bills will be there, some of the items will be there, unwanted items will be there. Just remove and throw it. You have succeeded in doing the 1S. Simple. You follow, it starts with me. Start from the purse. What is required, what is not required, you remove on daily basis. You are doing 1S, you are practicing 1S. The same thing you do it in the factory. Then another one is the 2S. 2S is, on daily when we go home, we keep the specs in one place, pen in another place, and other items, whatever we keep, that badge in one place. Like that. You keep everything in one drawer. Unload. And the next day when you go there, go to the office, you take all upload to your pant and shirt. Keep in only one place always. No need for any firefighting, no need for hunting, no need for, you have forgotten. Previously people used to forget this spec. Before doing this practice, I started doing the practice for the past 10 years. After that, not even a single incident. My spec always remains there. My purse always remains there. My pen always remains there. I need not hunt which pant, which shirt I kept, no need to. Simple 2 years practice. You have done 2 years practice. Shall we practice today at our end? That 1S and 2 years? Shall we? Yes. Shall we try today? Then you try deploy this one in your factory. The same concept will deploy. Conclusion, lean manufacturing is a very simple tool to practice, and it is used for controlling the cost if understood properly. That is very, I underline the word, if understood properly. For this one, either the people can develop their own skill or they take the external support. And implement right now for the cost consciousness, for cost resilience at your plant. It also addressing the eighth waste. Eighth waste, the skill. Previously, people are talking about the 7 wastages. Eighth waste is people are qualified people are there. Your operators are now educated people are there, and most of the machines are automatic machines. When they load unload, they are standing in the machine. What to do? The idle mind is the devil's workshop. Don't keep the operator idle. Keep them loaded with a lot of challenges, and tell them some challenging work. Tell them to quality improvement. Tell them to do the My Machine campaign. How to improve the OEE. All those things, if you do it now, the skill of the people have to be utilized. That nobody is born useless in this world. I repeat, nobody is born useless. They are useless. The opportunity is not there. You create an opportunity in your plant. Tell them some challenges that they will do. Around as a Pareto concept. If you tell them at least 20% of the people will respond, the 20% is more than sufficient to win in the business. Another thing, previously people used to tell safety is everybody's business and quality is everybody's business. Now, cost consciousness is not percolating to each and every employee in the company. Cost also everybody's business. You imbibe that thinking process in the minds of each and every employee and involve the operator in the costing and give the burden to the people, day-to-day work management, and the operators also should have the cost consciousness. And I request one more point, in the annual appraise target, give each employee, especially the supervisors, to save at least 1 rupee per kg per year. Is it difficult to achieve? 1 rupee per kg per year, you are casting your product. Can be done, na? 1 rupee only. 1 rupee per kg per year. Use all your intuition, all your knowledge, all your strength as a team. 1 rupee per kg per year. Okay? That's all from my side. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening.
We now request Mr. N. Gopal, National Council member, to felicitate Mr. Rajan with a traditional Angavastram.
My special thanks to Chennai chapter for always giving me the pleasure to get into the stage and honor the speakers every time. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks, Chennai chapter.
We now request Mr. K. Varadarajan, past chairman, IIF Chennai chapter, to felicitate actually Mr. Rajan with a memento and a Foundry encyclopedia. Thank you, sirs.